Lastly, across the Atlantic, ladies and gentlemen, Jeremy Corbyn, who has now signed on to a quick election.
Snap.
It is.
Let's do this.
It's
Labor.
Decision time, ladies and gentlemen. This is sort of like sudden death, right? I mean, this is like
it's like a several-week election cycle.
Yeah.
I mean, they don't mess around like we do.
It's
Let's
so
get
cool
this
that they have that
over
there.
with. Let's rip the Band-Aid off. And here is Jeremy Corbyn basically laying out a laundry list of Boris Johnson's list of, or I should say, list of lies.
Mr. Speaker, this is a Prime Minister who cannot be trusted. Having illegally prorogued Parliament for 5 weeks for his Queen's speech, he now abandons that Queen's speech. He got his deals through a second reading, then abandoned it. He promised us a budget on the 6th of November, and then he abandoned that too. He said that he would never ask for an extension, and he said he'd rather die in a ditch. Another broken promise. Mr. Speaker, every promise this Prime Minister makes, he abandons. He said he would take us out of the European Union by the 31st.
Order, let's have some measure of decorum in the debate. The Leader of the Opposition.
Mr. Speaker, he said he would take us out of the European Union by the 31st of October, do or die. He spent £100 million, Mr. Speaker, £100 million on an advertising campaign to leave on the 31st of October, but failed to deliver.
There you go. So the election, have they set an election date? I have no idea how they do these things. It has to do with how many buttons the opposition leader is wearing on his coat on a Thursday.
If the Prime Minister is meeting with the Queen after masturbating on the previous
They're
poll,
debating it now.
then it will be set for the week of the 3rd of December.
When the last snap election happened, I chose that as the topic of my presentation for my Spanish class.
Yeah.
Which was like probably a little ambitious because I can barely understand it in English.
I don't understand any of it. It doesn't make any sense to me. I was just having a conversation with someone who was English and was like, I don't understand anything that's going on there. And they go, oh yeah, well, there's a couple of things. Yes, no, it's weird. All right, one more phone call, then we're getting